people that don't start trouble in restaurants, I can't understand them. I don't even want to be near somebody who's not been in an altercation in a restaurant. They're not my people at all. My mother was like that. My mother, God love her, she is in an institution, but my mother, we used to go out to dinner every meal because she didn't cook and they didn't know how to manage their money. They just thought you went out to eat. That's what trash people think you do when you have money. Okay? Like I remember one chick that I went to school with, real trash pig. And she would go out to like Fridays all the time. This was like a few years, maybe after college. Somebody commented, "Oh, you go out to eat a lot." And she just goes, "Yeah, it's part of my lifestyle." And that's what trash people think. And that's the way I've lived my life. When you're trash, you think going out to a restaurant is because literally the only people who can't do it are homeless people. So you're above them. Yeah. You're like above the homeless. And that's where, you're like, look at me. So my mother used to go out and she would order the special and she would always order it like it'd be a fish special. And she'd be like, let's get it without the sauce and without any of the veg. Like, I just want the fish on the plate with butter, which already chefs don't like. Mm-hmm. And she'd go, I'd like some French fries lightly cooked. And then the French fries would come and they wouldn't really be lightly cooked. And my mother would call the waitress over. And these people know her. So they all have PTSD. And my mother would go, hey, let me ask you a question. Do these French fries look lightly cooked to you? Do they look? Like, it would be great. It'd be like a question and answer. She never just got to the complaint. She turned it into a courtroom. Let me ask you a question. Do these French fries, to you, maybe I'm wrong, do they look lightly cooked? And then the waitress would go, nah, I guess not that lightly cooked. My mother would go, right. Let me ask you another question. If the chef back there can't figure out how to make French fries, do you think he's in the right line of work? So now my mother has led her into this. And the lady's like, I don't know. And then I swear to God, one time the lady said to my mother, he's had a really rough time. I think his wife is sick. It's really tough. I think his wife has cancer. And my mother just looked at her and goes, well, I assume the meal is free. Woo!
Oh, that's great.
And those are the people I want to be around.
Yeah.
I want to be around people that get so angry in a restaurant, they start to look like they're going to get physically violent.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Like that 5 Easy Pieces scene.
Yeah.
That kind of like broke the barrier for treating waiters like pieces of shit.
Well, here's the thing with waiters, and I don't mean this in a derogatory way. Waiters often are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
That's not always, but in some cases, waiters and waitresses should be tortured. Because, and I know that there's a lot of them that are going to email and tweet and call, like, you don't understand, it's so hard.
Yeah.
Well, then get another job, okay? This is my only happiness.
Did you go to Swingers again?
I did. Let me tell you right now.
Is that same lady there?
No, she was probably home. God only knows, doing God only knows what, trying to make her dreams come true. By the way, the waitresses at Swingers all look like 13-year-old Epstein, like chicks that were kicked off the plane before they took off. It looks like Epstein lined them up and went, no. You go serve hummus in West Hollywood. You're out.
It was a pedophile dodgeball game.
It's
You're
what it
picking
looks
teams.
like. It's children.
Yeah.
In fucking Swingers. Dumb diner. The problem with West Coast diners is you need diner people. I'm a diner person.
Yeah.
West Coast people is like cool people in the diner. You don't want cool people in a diner.
Right.
You want people that are like, that's their home.
Mm-hmm.
That's their home.
Mm-hmm.
My mother would sit for hours in a diner because she didn't want to come home to her loveless marriage. So that's her home. And you better treat her like that. You better bring that stuffed flounder.
Yeah.
And it better be exactly what she wanted. And if not, my waitresses would sit in the booth and talk to my mother,
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Swingers is just these people that are like, hey, have you made a decision? Yeah, I've made a decision. I've made a decision to shoot up this restaurant. I don't know. I mean,
Doing like an impression of a diner, like those fake 50s diners, shit like that on the West Coast over
that
here.
fake
Mel's. It's like this isn't a diner.
Norms
Yeah,
and
fuck off.
Mel's.
Yeah.
This is what eating French toast was like during segregation. Enough with you fucking LARPing in the fucking lives of 50s diner waitresses that were fucking competent, by the way, because if they weren't, they got a boot to the face.
From Epstein to diners.
These are all problems. These are all issues. Pedophile cults, the death of the diner.
Yeah.
All problems.